There was nothing left to say. Had to get up, walk away. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold. Cold sweat, blood in my eyes, thunder rolling through the skies. I can feel it in the air tonight. Say I won't, but you know I might. Ain't no storm and ain't no thief. Ain't got time and ain't got sleep. But I feel fine and I feel free. 'Cause I'm the last man standing in the street. Always something, always something. All I ain't got, but I ain't got an axe to grind. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to hold 'em, know when to fold. I've been tempted, I've been tried. Know you wanna test my pride. I suggest you go and move. Say I won't, but you know I might. Ain't no storm and ain't no thief. Ain't got time and ain't got sleep. But I feel fine and I feel free. 'Cause I'm the last man standing in the street. I'm the last man standing in the street. I'm the last man standing in the street. Yeah. Let's go.
They can see that I'm the legend. Got the gold in my possession. No doubt in my mind, no question. I hold the keys to my successes. Greatness lives inside of me. Cut me open, bleed royalty. I've never known defeat. That's for the weak. For the throne, you better show loyalty. Nothing can stand in my way. I look it right in the face. I'm never slowing down. Yeah, I'm winning this race. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me down. It's time for me to own it now. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. Voltage rising, shock to see. Jury on the move, take the plea. I'm about to raise, so take a knee. It's reality, not make believe. Making waves, can't stop me now. I'm taking names, then I'll take a bow. Never throw the towel, I own the crowd. I'm coming in and I'm getting loud. Nothing can stand in my way. I look it right in the face. I'm never slowing down. Yeah, I'm winning this race. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me down. It's time for me to own it now. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. Never stopping, yeah, I got it. I won't slow down. Feeling mighty, got the power. I'm the king now. Never stopping, yeah, I got it. I won't slow down. Got the power, I'm the king now. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level.
All right,
There
look
it
at
is.
that,
There it
folks.
is. There's
Let's-
only a couple seconds. Why are you invisible?
Hey, hey!
I wanted to poke through
This
to
is
the
the
wall.
ghost of CBC. I am a floating head.
It's
What up,
terrible.
folks? Let's go.
It's
Cheers.
terrible.
Get your
Cheers.
swing oil.
Let's go. How's everybody doing? It's good to see y'all in here.
There's no way I take myself seriously like this.
Dude, we've got 3 Dustins in here. 3.
Mm-hmm.
3. Freaking awesome. Yeah, exactly. He's calling it out right now. I love it.
You and Dustin, one and the same. thinking about that. Similar minds.
Very, very similar minds there. Very similar minds.
Oh,
Spirits start
man.
hitting too hard. Yo, yeah.
That's me.
yeah. He's half invisible right now, man. We got some cool pro jerseys on, man. I got Russell Tabors. Check this out. Look how old this thing is. You see the Tabors on the
that.
back? What year do you think this is from?
We're trying to guesstimate it, folks. It's somewhere around like 06, 07, 08, something like that. Craziness.
Season 7, maybe?
Maybe.
Little big on me. Little big on me. No big deal, though.
I'm
No
rocking
big deal.
Chase Puckett, my guy. This is a corny 40 jersey, hence the reason I'm a floating head. A little bit of green going on up here, folks, so we're a little bit of floating head today. Chase Puckett just had a birthday, though, 2 days ago. So happy birthday to our guy, Chase Puckett.
Happy birthday,
That's our
Chase.
guy.
Happy birthday.
Let's go.
man.
But I'm probably going to have to do a changeover because I just cannot. I just don't think it's professional for the stream for me to.
For a floating head? You do look kind of funny.
Yeah, it's odd. It's just I can't take it, you know. So we're gonna switch from the Chase Puckett to the Megan Puckett.
Are you
if
gonna change on stream?
possible? Yeah, I will have a shirt on.
You guys, Megan Puckett's jersey is so small
Yeah.
on him.
This could be a real problem.
This
Here we
is
go.
only. This is like he's gonna show off his guns. That's all.
Megan
That's all he
Puckett,
wants to do.
season 17, I believe. This is my favorite jersey. I like to wear these ones as much as possible because it's my favorite style. If I can get my head through this like a baby hippo
And
coming
who
out of its
puts
mother.
a shirt on over a hat?
Dude, that's how talented I am.
Oh my god!
Oh
my!
Let's go,
What are you-
folks.
Okay, all right.
Let's go. All right, so we've switched out of the Chase Puckett only because I was floating head to the Megan Puckett, and now I may actually lose blood to my head by the end of the podcast and possibly pass out. But look at the sleeve size on these things,
Yeah,
Bill.
that's crazy.
All right, I can't take myself seriously still, but this is where we're at.
Big week. Bentonville. Not Bentonville. Yes,
Yeah,
Bentonville.
Bentonville was
last
a
weekend.
huge, man, last weekend. And we went up to Henderson, Kentucky, and we streamed the 270 Cornhole Regional, which we'll get into, but we had a freaking blast out there.
Yeah, 270, man. Big shout out to those guys. Chucky Hagan. Shane, you were out there, man.
Mhm.
He banned me from the joint. Twice.
Yeah.
Shane said I was never allowed back after we streamed and we did everything like that. His reason? I beat all his top guys out there, man.
Yeah, Bill took a 4th place.
Let's go.
Almost
Took
a
the 4th
podium.
place. Dragon Slayer down.
You did take down the Dragon
Bacon
Slayer.
down.
Better than Bacon Ricky Evans. You took him down.
Who else?
Let's go.
I don't know. I took
uh,
a bunch of people down,
yeah.
man. It was awesome.
Bill, you played great, man.
It was
you
awesome.
played absolutely fantastic. Let's get into the winner's circle. Speaking of, folks, me and Bill aren't in it this week, so that's surprising for you guys.
Yeah. It's surprising for you too, Dylan. We haven't played that much this week, though. We
haven't.
played that one.
We just played on Saturday, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you played Friday, but not well. Bad partner.
I threw over an 8.
Oh, fantastic. I
I
forgot.
think I did. I don't
Just
know. Maybe
great.
not.
The
I don't know.
best-
Whatever.
The best I've
Oh,
ever seen, actually.
I do want to say one thing about this week. I'm sorry, at 270. I threw over 104 rounds.
Yeah, you threw a lot of rounds.
I threw a freaking lot, man. People were trying. Like, I let them get up a little bit, maybe like 13-0, and then I just smoked them. I wanted to take all the wind out of their sails. It was calculated the whole time.
Jessica's on me right now.
It's calculated. Big boy and a little guy. I love it.
Oh, no.
All right.
All
First
right,
one here. We're starting
Dustin
with
and
third
Scotty.
places. Yep.
3rd place in Bentonville. Overall doubles. We'll talk about them again. Straight beasts throwing the Phoenixes. Whose kid is that?
Who's that little guy right there?
Is that Dustin's kid?
Photo bombing right there, man.
Okay.
All
Is that
right.
Scotty's kid? I don't know. Dalton Shee, let's go.
Taking third place down somewhere Alabama, I'm sure.
Or Florida. Or Georgia.
He's looking good, man. Got the hat, got the shirt. He's
Swagged out. Our guy
Yeah.
Dalton. We haven't seen him in a minute, dude. Miss you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I do miss you, man.
Nate
Nate
Allen,
Allen right
Mike
there.
Patterson, rocking some Ronins. Dude, throwing gas. I think Nate's in here more than once, dude. He's been throwing fantastic.
Yeah, second place
He
right
loves
there.
them Ronins.
Tearing it up. I believe that's Paris Cornhole right there.
Yeah, that is Paris for sure. That's Dusty
And
Butler.
Gibby.
and Gibby. Yes, Dusty Butler. I just had to make sure I nailed that one down. My man Dusty, what are they throwing, Bill? Elixirs? That's
The
Gibby's
elixirs,
new
yeah,
go-to,
Gibby
dude.
loves elixirs, man.
He just got a custom set. He's got them. I mean, they're on the way. Or on the way tomorrow, one or the other. But he's about to get them this
Yeah.
week, next week.
Yeah,
something
Army
like that.
Customs too.
Yeah, Army Customs with
We'll
his...
probably make a post and show
Yeah,
them
thank
tomorrow.
him. Thank you for your service, Gibby.
Yeah, appreciate it, Gibby. Cheers, brother.
Appreciate that, man. OIF veteran, Bill. So I think you're one and the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OIF and OEF. So
Yeah.
I was there. OIF was prior to OEF. So
I'm like OIR.
yeah, you're
Operation Inherent Resolve.
Everything was already done by the time you got there.
That's pretty
Inherent
true.
Resolve.
It was pretty low key.
OIF is Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yep.
OEF is
Operation Enduring Freedom. Mhm.
So I was there OIF 2004. So Gibby had to have been there
I
right
was
around when
in.
I was.
I was in for OEF, but did not deploy to Afghanistan
okay.
or Iraq.
Yeah, they changed it out. Gotcha.
Right.
ACO Europe. Look at that. What's
Oh,
up?
ACO Europe's got
That's
its own
gotta be-
Facebook page.
That's got to be
What up?
Daniel, man. That's got to be
We'll
Daniel.
make picks for you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
I'm very
Hey,
excited. We saw Caleb Hertz going.
Daniel, you're
Very
gonna
exciting stuff.
Send me a text, something. Get me on Facebook. Send me messages on who the top people are out there, so I can have better picks than Dylan.
What
All
up,
right?
Erica? No.
Give me that inside info.
Daniel, I'm only picking Americans to win.
Erica Glass, I'll tell you what, you push 3 buttons very freaking well. I love to have you there.
Is there an international division?
We're about to have 8 new pros.
I know, but
that.
is there their own division?
No. I don't believe so. I don't know.
Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
There
Ron,
you
thank
go.
for
Y'all
your
are young.
service,
I
big
like
dog.
it, Ron. I like it, man.
Let's go.
I swear, I still, my day job, I still teach soldiers right now what I used to do in the Army. And I've been flying so long that I was actually flying by the time they were born. So it's kind of crazy. Or a little bit longer than they were born right now. So it is a little bit crazy. I feel like I'm the Vietnam guy when I'm sitting there in class.
Back
freaking
in
trying-
Nam?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Back
I'm
in
trying to
Iraq,
teach these
back in
guys. It's
Chirac,
terrible, man.
Bill.
It's terrible. All right, what do we got here? What do we got
Fergie
here?
and Tim Groves.
Yeah.
Throwing some Ronins. Fergie in the patented yellow sweatshirt. Don't know how he hasn't lost that yet.
Yeah, exactly. He loses
I
everything
really don't,
else.
yeah.
They took a second place, so absolutely solid.
Yeah, that's
guys.
New Johnsonville right there.
Yeah. We may be headed there tomorrow.
We're hoping.
Yeah. Ron, you're going to be there, right?
Ron, if we get more than 3 orders tomorrow, we can't make it. That's how it works around here. Got to make them. Get them out.
Dustin, I am an old head, dude. It's terrible. It's
Bill's
terrible.
an
But it's
old
okay.
head.
I'm still young at heart. Still young
That's
at heart.
Nick Utley and Chris Clark right there. Bill, they're throwing Ronins too. Ronins all over the podium.
Dude, I
Folks,
know.
if you
Ronins
haven't
are
got
freaking
your
killing it.
hands on a set of Ronins, anybody that has, man, they are fired up about them.
Bryce.
Fired up. Bryce, don't start.
Bryce, you're going to want to be in here for a little bit later, big dog.
Chase Puckett he told me finally, gets his first singles regional win, and we all know down there where he's throwing in Alabama, it's hard to come by singles regional wins, but Chase gets it done. He's got the hat on. He's got the red shirt. He's got the red and black Phoenixes.
I got one thing to say before you end
Yeah.
this picture. Is that Will Mansell?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
That
in the
is?
background.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Wait, are we going to hit that shot?
Shout out for Will Mansell.
Are you going to rip that?
Okay,
Oh
we'll
my
do it later.
gosh.
We'll do it when he's in the chat. We'll
High
do it
octane.
later.
Will, where you at? Will, sound off, brah.
Yeah, say exactly. Sound off, man. Photobombing and stuff.
We got
Jacob-
Jan and John
Or
Coleman.
John Coleman.
John
I was
Clay?
about to say John Clay. Yeah, Coleman though. Everybody calls him John Clay, but he's there. And Dan. They're taking a first place Paris Cornhole with the Phoenixes.
I thought it was the second place, but I think you're right.
No, they took first place.
Yeah, look at them go with the Phoenixes. John Clay loving them Phoenixes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's tearing it up with them.
Dusty again. Dusty, I don't know the other bearded fella, but he
No,
looks
I don't know either.
slightly homeless. I'm hoping Dusty brought him there. Like, hey, come on, sir. Like,
He's
you
up
can-
at Gibby's.
You
right?
can do better than this.
Yeah, he's up at
right, and
Gibby's
brought
place.
him in, got the win. That a boy, Dusty.
Yep, very good. Next,
Megan Puckett, Kelsey Heitert, they win women's doubles. They are the women's doubles state champions of Alabama.
Alabama takes freaking cornhole super serious. It's like Kentucky, like
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. There's only a few places that take it crazy serious. I think Alabama is a little crazier than most states, in my opinion. And for Jack Harcrow to win first place 2 years in a freaking row down there in Alabama,
Jack.
you know he's
Back
got
to back,
bragging
Jack.
rights. He's got bragging rights for a long time.
I'm telling you right now,
in
if
Alabama.
I'm Jack Harcrow, my next jersey or custom bags from OTT better say back to back Jack.
Back to back, yeah, I like it.
That's his new name for me.
I like it. I like it. That's awesome. Last but not least here.
Sea bass and bear paw.
Okay. I don't want to take anything away from you. Go ahead. You give them the big intro. What tournament was this?
This is
Everything
Bentonville
like that.
Major, roughly 80 teams there. They went completely undefeated. They also led PPR in doubles. We made a whole post about it. CBC made a post about it. As you guys know, the CBC Facebook page is its own entity. It is run strictly by AI. You know, that's pushed out to Zuckerberg. He saw
100%.
what the company was going to be. He goes, I need control of this page. You guys are going to do something great. And I go, you got it, Zuck. I don't love him, but I mean, when he wants to give you a helping hand, you say, okay. You know, that's just how it goes.
I love it.
And also, these guys both take second in their bracket for singles. Unfortunate for us is me and Bill were nail-biting watching Scoreholio with no live feeds.
Yeah, we sat
And
there. We wanted them.
One of them in the
win.
king seat gets double-dipped. The other one, not in the king seat, and comes up to double-dip and doesn't get it done. And when I say doesn't get it done, they threw freaking awesome. They also led PPR in their brackets for singles. They led PPR the whole tournament.
I think they did for doubles also.
Yeah, they did. One and two.
They threw over
One
a
and
10.
two.
Yeah, each of them.
They threw over a 10 for every single division. Well, singles and doubles. Both. I mean, crazy amount. Over 200 rounds apiece. Throwing that good, man.
Yeah.
They freaking did fantastic, and we're super proud of Bear Paw and Seabass. They are power rank top 3 team, probably top 2, possibly great argument for number 1 in the world.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just
gonna tear it
saying
up.
they are very close.
They're going to Tulsa together too.
Right, they have 3 major wins now.
Yep.
They have 7 regional wins. They need one more
They need
regional
one more.
win. Well, they
Major-
might have got
major
it.
win.
They're going for it tonight. They're playing a regional tonight, Bill. So if they get that, they have 8 regional wins. If they go to major this weekend, Tulsa, and they win, then they are maxed out, and they will be guaranteed to play the Hertz for Team of the Year at Worlds.
Heather Guy, what is going on?
What up, folks? What's
Wendy.
up, Facebook?
I
What's
know.
up, YouTube?
I wish I was there too to watch. I hope you're saying that because we weren't there to watch. I wish we were there to watch that.
Yeah.
But we hear that in Bentonville, the internet is not so good, so we couldn't have streamed anyway. I believe that's why they didn't have a stream out there. is
Well,
because
even
the
phone
internet's not
streams that I
great.
was trying to watch, like it was in and out.
Still,
it was fuzzy. It was bad
Yeah.
quality. So
We need to call up Elon and get Starlink over there next time.
well, they
And
might
then
just have their internet throttled over there.
I'll call Elon next week. That
Okay.
way we can set it up for next year. We'll be good to go.
But if we already have a deal with Zuck, Elon, not a fan.
Yeah, they don't like each other. It's tough. It's tough. Maybe Zuck won't let us stream on Facebook. They'll throttle us. Yeah, I don't know.
They'll
I
give
don't
us the
We'll talk to our
exclusivity.
peeps. We'll talk to our
We're
peeps.
trying to
No big
bounce
deal.
off a special satellite, folks.
Yeah.
All right, that's Winter Circle though. So hey, if you win with our bags, send us the picture. You got to take a top 3. You got to have a picture with the bags. I've made a couple exceptions, but from here on out, you better have the freaking bags. All right, that's the rules.
100%.
That's the rules. But hey,
100.
that's
And you
the
got to
Winter
take the
Circle.
picture with the bags. We've had numerous
Yeah,
people say,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
I won with CBCs. Here's my picture."
No bags.
Bro, you don't hold up the bags. You ain't getting on the damn stream. It ain't gonna happen, right?
No.
Sorry, was that too harsh?
No, I was reading Randy's comment, but I agree. You cannot
Randy.
have. We're playing cornhole on the moon. That's a good idea, Randy. Cornhole on
That
the moon.
is true.
Axe throwing and cornhole on the moon.
We could play the first down and back on the moon.
How long does it take?
Do you know
Does
how
the bag
soft
ever
you
fall?
have to throw?
Oh,
you know
dude.
how soft you're gonna have to throw?
I don't know.
I bet I could beat you in a down and back. On
Yeah,
the moon.
you seem more patient and slow, like a turtle. Tortoise, actually.
I throw the hardest out of anybody.
But you're tortoise-like.
You're gonna be able to hold it with 2 hands and just go like that.
Me and behind the back, whatever.
Be freaking awesome.
All right. What do we got next? We're going to cover points for Bentonville. Are you ready, Bill?
Hold on, I just want to see Bryce's comment. Bill, this making bag got you stressed. Hairs,
Gray hairs.
gray hairs, man. I mean, come on,
Bryce, how do you...
Bryce. I'm old.
Yeah, how do you
I'm young at
justify
heart.
the curls on the top of your head that are full of Cheetos? Cheeto grease. That's what it looks like in there.
Well, okay, all right, let's
you
go.
look like a dang chia pet. Don't come at my man Bill like that again,
Thank
Bryce.
you. I appreciate that, man. Bryce,
Got your back,
you know what?
dude.
I got a couple grays here. It's no big deal. It's
Yeah,
no
it's
big
a
deal,
touch
man.
of gray, man. That's
Yeah.
wisdom right there, Bryce.
Thank
What do
you.
you know about that?
That's what I'm
Come
freaking
on,
talking
dude.
about, man.
All right, now that I'm fired up, appreciate that, Bryce. We're getting into family picks, folks. So every week there's a major. We make picks, me versus Bill versus Phil. Phil gets to pick on Tuesday. He has no freaking rules, okay? He does whatever he likes, which is
Right.
fine.
No rules.
We
does
can
whatever
only
he
match
likes,
up with
yeah.
Phil once. Can't match up with each other at all. Can't have the same player twice unless they're in a doubles division.
If we're anywhere close to Phil at the end of the season, we win.
Yeah, we're going to start giving Phil negative points soon.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, but each division we pick 4. First place gets 10, second place 9, third place 8, fourth place 7. After that, the players begin to tie in their brackets, so they go down by 2 points. Tied for 5th is 5, tied for 7th is 3, tied for 9th is 1. No participation trophies in CBC. You got to take a top 10 if you want some points here. Let's go.
Bink.
All right, women's. So, Tim Dice wins it. That's Phil's pick. But the big standout, right? Kim Dye's absolute animal. I think she's maxed out already for women's majors to play for Woman of the Year. I think she's the first of the season to do it. But the big story of the major was Miss Kaylee Ballou, right? Who we're going to talk about again, which I don't know. What's up with the last name Ballou? We got McKenna Ballou, and now Kaylee
I don't
Ballou.
know.
Am
But
I
you know
right?
what? When I was going through the picks, I was going to pick Bear Paw and Kaylee Ballou. I was going to.
No,
I
looked
saw
at
them on
them
there.
too.
But there was a scan-in on Kaylee's, right? So there was no stats on there. And I'm like, is Bear Paw just playing with somebody to have fun? Or is Bear Paw going to play serious? I had no idea.
I think we should have known Bear Paw never
He went
goes
to play
for
serious.
fun.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't go for fun.
He went to
He's
go
coming
serious.
for heads, son.
Freaking awesome. I'm going to be looking out for Kayla Ballou. Kaylee Ballou. I'm going to be looking out for her name on that because she went on a tear in women's and co-ed.
And I can't read that right now. I gotta be serious. But Kaylee, I don't know what bags you're throwing, but hey, somebody reach out. Let her know. Let her know to reach out to CBC because we'll get some in her hands. We'll get her some bags. Third place, Josephina Ernsberger. We love us some Josephina. Bill, you take a fourth place with Ashley Irvin. Good throwing to Ashley. Fifth place, Tessa Holloway and LaTanya Wilson. Let's go, LT in the hometown right there. LT pulls down fifth place. My pick, Kennedy Meineke, not the best, but she played a tough couple of people in Miranda Wolf, who was somebody nobody really knew about that beat a bunch of really good people, and then also Kaylee Ballou. That was Kennedy's 2 losses, so kind of a tough draw against a couple of players that didn't have the right the points. Where
if
the
you go by
didn't
seed
sit,
and you seed right into those 2 players, you're screwed.
Right.
So, yeah. Understandable. It happens. Everybody talks about the draw that they get and things like that. Like, if you got to be the best, obviously, you got to be the best. But if you're, let's say, number 7 in the world or something, and you somehow draw somebody that's, number 5 and then drop down to lower and then number 4 loss, so now you're, like, it's rough. It's rough. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Kim. She threw great. Yeah, arcane
I
bags,
I hid Bryce's comment there.
Yeah, good. Yeah, screw Bryce, dude. Seniors.
I'm going to change my pick. I'm not picking
Phil goes
Bryce
back to
anymore
back.
for anything.
Phil goes back to back. He gets Carl Stanger. Carl Stanger had a freaking banger of a weekend. Carl Stanger, OG of the sport, man. He's throwing gas. He wins seniors. Paul Schroeder, the Shredder, takes second. My pick, Mr. Rich Jones, comes through. My guy. He said he's going to give me some points. He did. Takes a third place. That's my freaking guy, Rich.
You've made it when they message you and say, I'm going to get you some points. You've made it.
Yeah.
Hit my comment.
Bryce, keep it up. You'll be banned from the
Bryce, I'm going to ban you a 15-minute timeout.
Oh, do it.
No.
One
No,
more
no.
comment. We can actually do that. We can suspend him for 15 minutes. That's awesome.
Does that
One
mean
more
just
comment,
suspend
Bryce.
him from chat?
Get out of line one more time, Bryce. We're going to figure out what it means.
Yeah. I wish I could type in my own time on there.
Jeff Clinton takes 4th place. Dan DeClue, that's Bill's pick, 5th
place.
Tied with
Solid.
JT McDowell.
Solid, Dan.
That rounds out the old folks right there. The walkers were moving. The Fiber One bars were flowing.
They were.
The guys were getting after it. Juniors, Spencer Garner takes it down. Phil at this point, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
I tied with Phil on this one. I took Spencer as well. Bill, he went outside the wheelhouse. He went with Wyatt Wanika. He takes a 3rd place, very respectable. Brody Miller, 2nd. Cooper Brower, 4th. And Kaston Woodsides, which if I would have seen him, I might have just picked him just because of his name.
That's
Kaston Woodsides.
Okay.
I mean, that's a heck of a name right there,
So
Bill.
I picked Wyatt. Wyatt messaged me after the tournament.
Did he?
So I made it too, didn't I?
You made it, Bill.
Yeah, he messaged me after the tournament. He said, hey, thanks for picking me, but there's no way I'm going to beat Spencer Gardner. And I'm like, dude, you can beat Spencer Gardner on paper.
I don't like that
You're
mindset,
right there.
Wyatt.
I don't either.
I don't like
Wyatt,
it.
let's go.
Wyatt,
you
you're
need
better
to
than that.
freaking calm down. You are definitely better than that. I looked at your stats. I thought you had a great chance, dude.
Yeah, no, Wyatt did have good stats. No, he did great. Good for him, man. 3rd place. Co-ed, Chad and Kim take 4th, but Gary Bearpaw, Kaylee Ballou take it down. And I think, was that a double dip, Bill? That was a double dip. Bearpaw and Baloo, the Baloo Bearpaw, which is Baloo not the character, the bear in the Jungle Book? Is his name not Baloo? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, chat, but I swear that guy's name is Baloo.
The bear? Yeah,
because
it
he's
might be
blue.
Baloo.
It's a bare necessity.
I think it
It's
is.
a bear.
Hey, you
know what
didn't
I'm
have to
talking
do
about?
it. You didn't have to
Come
do
on.
it. But yeah,
Come
I
on.
think it is.
People know what I'm talking
Do we
about,
need to look
man.
this up?
So her last name is Baloo. His last name is Bearpaw.
What
Are
about...
you picking up what I'm picking up, man? This is a couple of Grizzlies getting after it.
That is, I didn't even connect that. Even when you're singing the song, had no freaking clue.
Mm-hmm.
But Baloo and Bear Paw are both bear names.
Both definite bear names.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
they partnered up for co-ed, got the double dip, a little bit of salmon. Maybe they had some salmon afterwards.
They probably
know.
did, yeah. They probably actually did.
All right, congratulations to Bear Paw and Baloo. Couple of bears right there, getting it done. Grizzlies, son. Steve Smith, Kathy Harrison takes second. Miranda Wolf, that name popping up again, and Jeff Clinton. Hope people I don't know much about.
Yeah,
Hope to
don't
learn
either.
about him in the
Don't either.
future.
Hope so,
Take
yeah.
third. Chad and Kim take fourth. Crashley takes fifth. Danny Taylor and Connie Taylor also take fifth. Bill's pick Seabass and Smiley take ninth. Very respectable.
Look, I knew I may not get a bunch of points on this one, but it is a team that if Patricia calms down, we know Seabass solid all the time. If Patricia calms down a little bit, she's going to freaking tear people up. I've seen her throw 9s, 10s, all sorts of stuff. She is good. And that's why I go out on a limb compared to these guys. Man, these guys just pick, hey, who's the flavor of the month? I mean that's pretty much what you do, right?
Right.
You and Phil. Me, I go out on a little bit of a limb. You see, you didn't know what I was saying.
No,
I
was
go
not
out on
paying
a little
attention.
bit of a limb for people that I know if they just get their mind right, they're going to freaking tear it up.
Bill, I mean, some things you can guarantee about Bill. He's going to pick an Irvin at every major. That's a fact. He's going to have one wild card, and then he's going to be mad about my picks. That is a guarantee to every single week. We can all agree that every week those three things are going to happen from Bill.
All right, next. Let's roll. Bear Paw Seabass take first
Doubles.
place. They freaking tore it up. They didn't lose.
Undefeated.
They won everything. They both threw over 10s. It was a solid pick, solid lock
Yeah,
in.
Bear Paw threw a 10.41, so Seabass threw a 10.09.
Yeah.
Second place, Tyler Amos, Craig Irvin, tried and true. Those are the dogs. They're absolutely in top three power ranked teams. Dustin Aaron, Scotty Ball, my pick. This is me going out on a limb where Bill says I just do whatever's around. Scotty Ball, Dustin Aaron, back-to-back third places in majors. Those are my freaking guys.
Let me look.
Those are my guys right there. Fourth place, Daniel Kohinski and Jaden Gamblin. Fifth place, Sean Scott, Daniel Todd, and Devin Wiseman, Tyler Shalbert. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at the lineup.
Dude, Dustin and Scotty are
tore it up.
on a
Freaking
tear, son.
Freaking awesome.
They are on a tear. Okay. Singles. So, we talked a little bit about it. The overall winner.
Craig, where you at? Craig, where are you at?
We'll just go over our picks. You
you go over the picks. I'm saying, Craig, where are you at? What happened?
Ashley's in the chat. That means Craig's probably in the chat. They probably got it on the big screen.
Craig's my boy, man. Craig and I are supposed to play doubles at some point. Craig's supposed to carry me to my first major jersey when we play doubles at some point.
You say this every week to Craig. He's driving. Okay, so he's
listening. It's because I believe in Craig.
Speak to Craig. Speak to him, Bill.
Is he driving? Is he at least listening?
I would assume he's listening.
Okay, Craig. Next time, dude, don't let me down, man. You and I are supposed to play doubles. You're supposed to get me a major jersey, stuff like that. 9th place, brother. Come on, dude. You can tear all these people up. All right, let's go.
Okay. Oh, he strained his calf muscle and struggled all day, and you just got into him, dude.
That's not into him.
Oh my gosh.
That was a heart-to-heart conversation.
The
with
guy's
Craig.
struggling physically, and now you're tearing him down emotionally.
No, that was a
Oh my
heart-to-heart
gosh.
with my boy Craig.
Craig played with one leg, dude. One leg, Craig.
What? It sounds like a pirate name or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Geez.
Riker Wells, who I don't know anything about, he won the whole major. I heard he's a little bit of ACL guy. I saw he's got some flow. Did you see a picture of him? He's got some
I didn't see
serious
the
flow, like
picture.
redheaded mullet flow. It looks good, but I didn't want to
like
give him
it.
credit because he beat Bear Paw, so freaking screw Riker. No, good shooting, dude. The guy played really well. Carl Stenger takes down the A bracket. Old man, I mean, I don't know how many 5 or 1 bars he had to have to stay kicking, dude.
Yeah.
Somebody was pumping him up with the Biden cocktail or something. I swear, dude, because he was just kicking all weekend long. But hey, folks, passion picks. Bill's pick doesn't make the main bracket. My boy Coleman, Jacob Coleman, which unfortunately I can't pick him this next week. Coleman, I told you I would. I can't go back to back. We can't do it. Can't do it. It's not allowed. but he takes a 5th place. Coleman is locked in for pro status
Coleman
this
is
year,
locked in.
and he's not a pro. He has a good chance at top 40, and with a couple more good finishes, a possibility to top 30, top 20 finish in his first full season in the ACO.
Coleman's tearing it
Jacob
up.
Coleman,
Reverse spin.
he's the guy to look out for, and reverse spin. I mean, lefty.
Do you see why
lefty
he
reverse
said
spin?
I can't or you can't pick him?
Mm-hmm.
Because Bill's a hater. No,
I mean, that is true.
these are the.
That is the exact reason.
Why did your voice crack? Because
Well,
it's false.
Well, I was
is
drinking a
what it
little
is.
bit of bourbon, and I didn't want to tell the truth because I don't want to get beat later.
Coleman, I'm not a hater, dude. I love you, brother. I think you have one of the most unique throws. I think you're freaking phenomenal at the dang game, dude. I hope when these Ronins hit your freaking hands, the next major you go to, not Tulsa, because they won't be ready by then, but the next major you go to, I hope you win the whole thing, dude. Maybe you're going to be my passion pick on the next one, dude. Let's go.
No, you've already picked him. We went over this.
Coleman,
Folks, tonight,
whoa. Let's get
we're
one
cracking
thing.
into the Woodford
Wait,
Reserve,
before you
boy.
do that, let's get one thing straight. Coleman just freaking drew a line in the sand and said, Bill just added me as a friend last week. Who do you think did that, Dylan?
I mean, you obviously you have complete control of your Facebook.
Talk to Jacob about my social media.
He is on it constantly. He sends out friend requests to the
Dude,
people
this
he
guy-
likes the most. And that's all I know.
Can you be honest about it? Dude, are you freaking
All right,
kidding
Heather
me?
Guy says, I have to tell you guys, at a regional a couple weeks ago, T-Bone was throwing with one
Jacob.
hand and eating a banana and brownie from the other hand. No fiber, 1 bar that day, but banana and brownie were hitting the same things right there.
it's the same thing.
He's getting the
Little bit of
carbohydrates, he's
potassium.
getting the fiber,
Yeah.
right? He's getting the potassium, and this is the same thing. That's just, he's a more natural kind of guy.
Coleman, I gotta address this. Coleman, I
Stop.
promise you, I had not used social media before this company was started. Why it says Bill and Steffi Jace, this is my wife's account. She just added me to her account with a name on it, and now I check it once in a while for messages. That's literally all I know how to do on Facebook. That's it. I don't know what to say, dude. So if you got added, my wife is probably one that either accepted your request or sent you the request.
Steph,
I don't know.
don't come in here defending him, Steph.
Thank you. My wife is it. See, I don't.
Bill just texted that from his own phone under the table.
My hands have been up here the whole time. Dude, don't even stop.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Phil's pick, Larry Young, takes 7th place. Very respectable Mr. Larry Young, dude. I still haven't met him, but he throws really well. He does take top 10s, and he's got a good chance to make pro this year from what I've seen from him just being Phil's passion pick. But that'll finish out Bentonville. Congratulations to everybody throwing there. Team CBC did freaking awesome. And that'll move us in to Tulsa, which we'll cover quite quickly. The picks here. So women's, I believe,
Pretty
has
quick.
9
pretty quick.
women.
9
correct?
women, I believe. Yep.
So there's Martina, Bill's pick. Me and Phil are going to match up with Megan Puckett. A couple other notables, Dana Bavello and Miss Juana Karash. Those are the Woodford Reserve. Very good stuff.
Okay, no, you keep going. I'm just
Very
showing
good
the
stuff.
people. Let them know.
Seniors, another stacked field. Mr. Carl Stenger coming off of a freaking stinger last weekend in Bentonville. And Florentino Mendoza, who we saw had a huge run in Oregon. So I don't know where that guy's from, but he's making a trip one way or the other.
I've never seen Florentino Mendoza throw whatsoever. I did do a little creeping on the stats. I believe he's a Haggard bag guy.
No, I don't think he is throwing
No,
Haggard bags,
no.
but he's like kind of runs with the crew. Because I talked
Okay.
to Wes, and I thought he was Haggard bags, and then it's like, no, he doesn't throw Haggard bags yet, but we're trying to get him on there. So he could be throwing them by now, trying
Yeah.
to be Haggard AF.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And then you got Paul, the Shredder. Schroeder.
Solid pick.
Yeah.
Solid pick.
Thank you.
Juniors.
Junior stacked.
Bryce, take juniors serious, Bryce. Okay, I didn't ban you in the freaking chat. We're sitting here. Take it serious. Don't mess around. You need to give me some dang points, man. You can win this whole thing.
Bill,
Take
stop.
it serious.
You're being mean to the camera, dude. You're staring at it.
I'm
so
sorry,
intense.
dude, because I know Bryce is sitting in there like, oh, I'm just going to show up for juniors and throw bags on the floor.
Phil's got Spencer Garner, great favorite there. But
Yeah.
I got Parker Burgett, man, and Parker's been throwing really, really good. He threw great against us in doubles when he played me and Megan down in Dalton. I think I got him on PPR based on Scoreholio, but Parker will argue that the scoreboard is messed up. He will. So I don't know if that's I don't know the truth.
Oh,
to
when
that
you
or not.
beat him?
Yeah. No. We lost 21-19. But great game. Me and Megan
Yeah.
versus Ace Rogers and Parker Burgett in Dalton.
Dude, I love Ace
We
Rogers.
should have beat him.
Ace Rogers is sponsorable.
Yeah, he's Tiger King Jr.
Yeah. The AI algorithm told me today that Ace Rogers is a sponsorable player.
Ace hit the DMs.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
What up, Tori? What up, Batman?
Tori, what up, big dog? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, Craig and Batman in Tulsa. I know. I saw it on there, but we're getting to co-ed right now.
He did. He
I'm
mentioned
taking
it
Megan
too.
and Chase. Taking Megan and Chase. Those are my people, the Puckets.
Yeah.
And I've been scrutinized for this a couple times. They're like, you're like, Dylan, you always take the Puckets, and I will stand by my word that I have a soft spot for the Puckets. I worn both their jerseys on this podcast tonight alone, and I might put Chase's back on. Folks, don't freaking tempt me. But
You wanted to wear Megan's all night, though.
no, I didn't wear it. I didn't. Neither one of them are actually a great fit, you know, and that's why I'm getting a little fired up. There might be a little bit of blood loss to the head right now.
I'm getting a little fired up. Maybe it's because this is too loose.
But
and
hey, I got a
much-
soft spot for the
Sorry.
Puckets, man. Those are my freaking people.
I got Deb Smith, Gary Bearpaw. We saw Deb this weekend at 270 Cornhole, freaking throwing out there at the regional. Deb is always a solid pick. With Gary Bearpaw, they throw pretty similar bags. They throw fast bags. They throw about the same style. I think it's an absolutely solid pick.
No, it's great. And Philip's taking the tried and true Russell Tabers and Martina Bell.
Yep.
It looks like you tried to spell that like Russell in the wind, but you failed with that as well.
Did I'm
You got it. It's all sorts of freaking. I don't even know.
Are
Shish
you
kebab.
S? What is it?
I think it's ELL. I think there's 2 L's. Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah. Russell Tabers. That's the guy.
My bad.
But hey, great teams right there. I'm not sure who else is in co-ed. I didn't really take a big scan at that. Yeah, Ashley said she'll miss everybody. So the first time that Crashly has admitted a major, I feel like all freaking year.
Yeah, what the heck? I was gonna pick
Chase
you guys.
Lester too. Yeah, that's my passion pick. We'll get there. Doubles stacked. Bill and Phil taking Seabass and Bearpaw. If Seabass and Bearpaw win this, like we've talked about before, they will max out on majors and on regionals, and they'll be playing for Team of the Year as long as they win tonight. They got to win the regional tonight,
Gotta win
the major
tonight.
this weekend, and then they are locked and
That'll be
loaded.
them and the Hertz, right?
Yep, that's it. And that's probably maybe Craig and Tyler can make a run.
Yeah.
Maybe. That might be the only other team that's even possible to make it happen for Team of the Year. I'm taking a way out of left field team, Bryce Jefferson and Derek Williams. Bryce showed in
That's
Dalton.
way out of left field.
Derek
Not
Williams,
for Derek. Not for Derek. Derek's solid.
Derek Arnold Williams takes second in the Pro Series event, the Skins event in Dalton. Watched him throw. Played great. He's teaming up with Bryce. I think they've got a good little mojo possibly where Derek can kind of chill Bryce out, you know, and they throw well. I don't know what bag they're going to settle on, but I'm taking them. I almost took Craig Irvin and Matt Davis. The only reason I didn't take Matt Davis, a.k.a. Batman, is because he took my seat in Dalton, and I didn't forget about it, and I'm still a little salty. And that's the only reason, Batman. So you're not in the king seat because that was my freaking seat, dude.
Like it.
All right, singles. Gary Bearpaw from Phil. Seabass from Bill. Partners. I take the Amish. We got 3 solid nicknames here. Bearpaw, Seabass, Amish.
Bearpaw is not a nickname.
That's his name, dude. He's a freaking
It's his name. He literally is a
animal.
Bearpaw. Love it. There's nothing more to be said. I mean, other
So
notables.
many more notables. Bryce Jefferson, Craig Irvin,
yeah.
Batman, Chase Puckett, Parker Burgett can make a run. Spencer Garner could obviously make a run. Megan Puckett's been throwing great. I mean, there's a lot of good names in here. I think there's about 68 to 70 players in Tulsa, and these kind of names are on the board. This is a stacked field for only 60 or 70 players. It is loaded down. People are getting their points in. This becomes the time in the season where I don't care what major you go to, it is loaded down with people ready to play and ready to fight for some points, earn their pro status, earn their top 40, get their top 20, get their doubles top 20. You know?
Yep.
All that stuff's starting to happen right now in the season with just about 2.5 months left to go. The end of May will be done.
Bryce is talking about Chase Lester here, saying he won the only singles major he's been to. This is his second one.
Yep. He won Legends, Texas.
Yeah.
College Station against Gary Bearpaw. And he is my passion pick.
Yeah. Solid. What's your story with Chase?
Well, I know him. I know he won Legends Major.
Okay, we're going. No, you can't pick
This
Chase.
is based
you
off
don't
of
even
you.
have a story
This
with
is
Chase.
based off of you.
You don't even have a story.
You didn't have a Nate Stevens story.
I have one with. Yes, I did.
No, you said we head nodded.
Yeah, we did.
Non-confirmed.
That was my story. What's your story with Chase?
I picked him to win. Let's go.
That's against the rules.
I make the rules.
This is why he's gonna have more points than me at the end of the season because he gets to make up rules as we go and stuff like that. I got Gary. I don't know how to say his last name.
What's your story with Gary, Bill?
What's my? You were there for the story with Gary.
No, in person.
It doesn't have to
you
be in
messaged
person.
him?
Yeah, we've talked.
No, he just said hi in the chat.
He said,
Because
"What's up, Bill?"
You asked him 16 times. You harassed the guy until he said, "What's up, Bill?"
That's my story with him. What's yours with Chase?
Well, I didn't harass him, folks, and he's a minor, so you guys would be thankful for that.
Dude, that's my story. Gary's going to take it down anyway. It doesn't even matter. Actually, my story with Gary is that Jacob Coleman told me that Gary is better than him and that I should pick Gary for my
They're playing
passion
doubles
pick.
together.
They are playing doubles together.
Almost
and then
over.
I should pick Gary for my passion pick, and he's going to make some freaking waves happen in this major here. So I'm excited. I'm still failing to pick up your Chase Lesser story, although Dylan doesn't want to talk about it, so we're just going to move on here, folks.
All right, let's get the announcements out of here.
Yep.
So we got a big tournament coming up. One in Alabama for Mr. Jack Harcrow. And we want to put this out here. We don't have a Jack's Hacks for Peoria will be next week because we want to highlight Jack's tournament and one other tournament this week. The Rudy Jones, Jack's good friend, you know what I mean, who fought multiple diseases. And I'll tell the story real quick. Jack texted to me today, and I just don't want to be wrong about it. He said, Rudy was my friend that got me into cornhole. He passed from cystic fibrosis and many other things. He also survived a double lung transplant. That's freaking insane.
Yeah,
a decade ago, they gave him 8 more years of life. We raise money for cystic at this event every year. So this is a really cool event. It pays out 90%. All the divisions are paid out 90%, which is huge. They're really giving back. I think there's 30 sponsors on board for this thing, folks.
Yeah.
So if you haven't looked at it, it's in Gadsden, Alabama. 2 weeks from now, there's 2 days. The first day is Friday, March 22nd. It'll be the social blind draw and the social bring your own partner. So the social is the less competitive players, folks. So if you own your own bags and stuff like that, you're not playing in the social. And then the raffle will also be on Friday. Come Saturday will be the
$10 a piece for the social blind draw and the
call.
social bring your own partner. $10 a piece for those.
Yep. And Saturday is the competitive blind draw. The co-ed, which is $10 for the competitive blind. The co-ed is $30 a team, $15 a person. The main event, bring your own partner, $60 per team, $30 per person, and the airmail challenge as well, and then more raffles.
This is very interesting because there's not a singles tournament in this, right? And it's a 2-day event that doesn't even have a singles tournament, although the main event is a bring your own partner, $60 a team. That builds a massive freaking pot for people,
payout.
Especially 90% payout.
Yeah.
And the other 10% goes to this fund,
I saw
right?
Doug
Which is
Parker's
cool.
going. I saw an announcement for Doug Parker going down there today. I'm sure all the Alabama natives, the big hitters, will be down there for the most part. If I can make it down, I'll make the drive. It just depends on what's going on with us.
Jack let us know that there's at least $1,400 that was paid to, that main event anyway.
Yeah,
At least
guaranteed $1,400.
Yeah, possibly more this year
crazy.
is what he's saying.
Yeah.
So that's very
awesome
interesting.
event held by
Very
Jack
cool.
Harcrow. This is the 3rd year in a row. So if you guys can get down there, please
Bryce,
get down there and support this for cystic fibrosis and the Rudy Jones Memorial Cornhole Tournament.
Bryce, if you can guarantee the win, I may go down there with you.
Okay.
I'm not going down there with Bryce.
All right, second tournament we're highlighting coming up soon. All right, the Super Regional, April 6th in Martin, Tennessee, sponsored by Interstate Motorsports. This is at, Bill, what's the event right there? I just can't read it.
The
Skyhawk Fieldhouse, that's right. The Skyhawk Fieldhouse. It's the University of Tennessee Martin Skyhawks. It's their volleyball stadium, their basketball stadium. I've seen pictures of the venue. We haven't been there yet. We've been talking to the Yates since the beginning of the season that, hey, we need to get out there and do an event. April 6th, they're doing $1,000 payout, free entry for singles.
I don't think you said that with enough emphasis.
Okay,
right?
go ahead. Let's hear
free
it.
entry, $1,000 payout. $1,000 guaranteed right now with a free entry. If you're
Crazy.
not signing up your dog or your goldfish or anything like that, you're freaking crazy for this tournament.
Sign up
right?
Granny.
I mean, you should be signing everybody up for this tournament. Absolutely crazy.
Anybody can play.
$1,000
Anybody
payout.
can win.
Anybody can play this. Anybody can win.
Well, not anybody can play though. You do have to have it's a regional, so
It is
you
you
gotta have a
can't be.
membership.
Yeah, that is very true.
You gotta have a
I guess you
membership.
can't be an ACL pro, right?
You can't be an ACL pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack hopped in here. Said Gadsden Inn and Suites is the Jack for that event.
For the Rudy
Awesome.
Jones.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But hey, we wanted to highlight those folks, and we'll probably do the same again next week. We want to just get a hit out there. Make sure you guys are supporting the people that support us, and that's the big thing right there. Jack Harco obviously supports us in everything he does. Jack Hack for us. We talk to him at every major we see him at, and then the Yates as well are they summoned our services for some streaming, so we appreciate them greatly for that. They're giving us a little kickback, so we're giving them a little kickback right here.
100%. I think there is also a major that specific weekend. I think it's the Shreveport.
Yeah.
It's called Bossier, but I'm gonna say Bossier.
Bossier sounds way
I'm gonna
better.
say I know just
Yeah,
because but I know it's pronounced Bossier. Okay, I'm just getting that out here right now.
Shreveport,
But I'm gonna
Bossier.
say Shreveport Bossier
Bossier.
because that's what I want.
I feel like it sounds
just
more
feel
French
like
that
I
way
want to
anyways.
say
And
it.
isn't Louisiana like about French stuff? Like
Oh,
for
yeah,
some reason?
100%.
And I feel like Bossier.
It's not for some
you
reason.
say Bossier.
The French owned Louisiana.
Right.
And there was a what is it? What
There
is it
comes
called?
history lesson,
We paid
folks.
$13 million. The U.S. government paid $13 million to take Louisiana all the way west out to California.
That was
13
called, I
million
think, the
for-
Louisiana Purchase.
Yes, it was. It was.
Look at
Let's
me go,
go.
folks. Look at me go. I learned something.
Bought from Napoleon, I believe.
But what was this guy's name? There's Shreveport, and that guy's name wasn't Bossier, dude. He went by Bossier. Bossier.
Yeah, I think so too.
Bossier.
I think so too. Bossier.
That's how I would say it. If
love
that was my name, Bossier, I'd say it mean. I'd be fired up about it.
It's going to be the same weekend, which is even more. I don't know. I think it's even more.
And you have the Russell Tabors Regional as well,
and
where
the
whole
Russell
nation's
Tabor, yeah.
supposed to be out there. So there's a lot going
What
on.
I'm trying to
that
say
weekend.
is this tournament may be a little bit light. You
It
know what I
could
mean?
be.
It may be a
It
little bit
could
light.
be for
Like I
$1,000
may
payout.
sign up for singles in this tournament because I could probably win $1,000.
Yeah. 100%, Bill.
All right, we're
All
moving
right,
on.
let's go,
We
folks.
got
Family Feud. Here we go. Oh no, what is this? Okay. Bingo.
What do you mean? What is it?
Okay, who we got in here, folks? So today we asked some questions. What do you guys want to talk about? So get the shares out there because some things were brought up with some opinions from y'all, and that's what we like to do here. One thing I want to talk about that somebody's asked me to talk about for a few weeks, Bill, is center court etiquette. Okay. So, and this comes with a few things like talking while people are playing, shouting out to the other players while they are playing. There was an issue where supposedly slides were not allowed on center court. A player played with slides on
What?
center court and then was told to change into tennis shoes. This actually happened in Dalton, Georgia. I was there, so I heard this
No way.
firsthand.
I don't believe
didn't
you.
see this happen, right? I cannot confirm that, hey,
Okay.
I didn't see X player be told, hey, you got to get out of slides and you got to wear tennis shoes, but I heard from somebody that that's what happened, and when I saw that player, earlier in the day they were wearing slides.
I don't
and
believe it.
later they were wearing shoes.
I really don't believe it though.
That's what I know.
Was it-
Clarksville, Jack says. So maybe it happened in Clarksville and Dalton then. I know for a fact it was Dalton when I heard about it, Jack.
Wait. So the etiquette here,
Clarksville.
was it socks with slides or was it bare-toed slides? It's
No,
very important.
it's socks and slides. Socks and slides.
I don't know why that would ever be banned.
And Jack says Clarksville. I mean, we streamed Clarksville, and I promise that it didn't
I
come
don't
from
remember.
us.
Yeah,
It didn't come from us.
If it did happen, I don't remember it whatsoever.
Wow. I mean,
That's-
Matt Davis, Batman here is saying that his mom had to drive 30 minutes to get him sneakers. I mean, did she go buy a pair of shoes? Or did they luckily live close enough?
I
mean,
want to
what
know
is...
who it was, and I want to know the reason.
Well, it was Mason Higgins in Dalton. I know this for a fact.
Okay.
He still won the whole tournament,
He
right?
did,
So
yeah.
no issue there. But I don't know who it was in Clarksville.
Wow.
And I don't know the reasoning that was given. I'm guessing maybe professionalism.
No,
Maybe.
we got to go look. Okay. So this week, folks, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read all the rules. Especially there may be
a rule.
If there is a rule about it, I'm sorry. There's a rule about it. That's what it is. We all signed up for it. If you don't read the fine print, that's what happens. It's like when
And the
you
rule
hit
could be-
when you hit accept terms of service on any app you download. I mean, these people can
Yeah.
access your pictures, your camera, stuff like that. So you know it. if there is a rule about it, legit. It
What's
is
the rule
what
in
it
there
is.
could say closed-toed shoes, right?
It could.
And so Crocs are technically good, right?
Right.
But a Croc flop or a flip-flop or a slide would now not be good.
Now, if there is not a rule on it, though, and it was asked to be like, if it was one of those rules that's like, oh, you must remain professional or else we can blah, blah, blah. Well, professional is not defined at that point, right? Because it doesn't say closed-toed shoes. It doesn't say
It's subjective.
Hair must be cut to this length.
Right,
It doesn't say,
right.
mustache needs to be off the upper lip.
It is?
No, it's not.
It can be.
No, it's not. Things like that, right? If it has it that far in depth to where you have to have closed-toed shoes, that's the rule. And whatever the rule is, the person signed up for that specific rule. And I think, sure, it could be followed at that point. I don't know who would call it out.
I don't know who it was called out by. I really don't know. I really don't know who.
Because me personally, you know me, I have tan marks all year round on my feet because I wear flip-flops so
this
often.
is my only problem with it then. If Jack Harco's saying Higgins in Clarksville, and then I know for sure that it was Higgins in Dalton, is it a Mason Higgins problem? He's not the only one that throws in slides, Bill. I mean, there's no way.
No.
We've seen multiple people throwing slides for a long time, but maybe it's a center court problem, and this is one of those things where we're only applying rules to center court, and you know how you and I feel about that. It's like, hey, if you're going to apply rules there, they need to be applied at every single board, right? And if there's a rule in place for it, it needs to be established. It needs to be published now that it's an issue, right?
Yeah.
And, hey, just to be aware, closed-toed shoes only while playing cornhole in the ACO.
I'm gonna button this up easy.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna do research this week. If there is a rule on etiquette or professionalism, whatever, that talks about closed-toed or open-toed shoes, whatever it says is what should happen. I mean, that's it. I don't want to be the guy that's a rule follower, but if there is a rule that somebody signs up for and enters into some sort of contract, which is here's my $50 for a membership, this and that, I will abide by these terms. If it is a term, it's a term, regardless of if we think it's a good term or a bad term or what. It doesn't matter. If it is one, it's well within that person's reach to be able to call it.
And we will do the due diligence to do the research, folks.
Yeah, we're going to look at that. And Ashley said that Craig shaved his mustache because you never pick him.
I picked him before.
But no, you never. I mean, she just said a minute ago that he shaved.
You should have seen.
So I just want you to know we'll move
minutes
on.
before the stream. Ashley, I had Craig picked,
but he didn't pick him.
And then
I
switched to Amish.
I pick Craig all the time. I love Craig.
I picked Craig and Ashley last weekend.
Let's move on. We're on Family Feud here. We're on Family Feud.
I don't know what to do with my hands. All right. I mean, so that's it with the slides. The second thing people wanted to talk about were two things: laying on that carpet and stuff, right? Being close to the court, behind the court while players are throwing, or maybe they can see you in the peripherals. And then as well as speaking to the opponents, not just coaching, but also just talking to somebody on center court in general. What do we think about that, right? So laying on the carpet, I wouldn't have people laying on the carpet. If you're not allowing slides, then you definitely shouldn't allow people to lay down on the center court playing surface, right? We're not talking about in the middle, folks. This is kind of back away, but there is a large carpet set out area that's bigger than any of the other courts where, some people at center court, they will plop their butts down, and that was something that came to my DMs that somebody felt like shouldn't be happening, And I think there was a picture of Fergie was sprawled out next to one. You know what I mean?
While somebody was throwing?
Well, yeah, during one of the championship games.
What's this carpet you're talking about? Say, okay, maybe I missed something in here. There's a carpet on center court. Are we talking about the pitch pads?
Yes, but it extends really larger than what you think pitch pads are, Bill. And
maybe
I'm going to try to find a photo for you.
I love how this guy says he knows what I'm thinking. He's like, the more than you think they are, Bill.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, that's what you're thinking. Because you're thinking just pitch pads, you want to attack that. You're like, if somebody's laying on your pitch pad right next to you, freaking kick them off from there.
Yeah,
roll that dead seal off of your dang pitch pad. You're trying to step out and throw a dang push shot.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
100%. I don't want.
I'm trying to tell you that's
somebody
laying
down next to me on a pitch pad.
They're not right next to you. They're not. Okay. Oh, no, this isn't the picture. No, that picture doesn't show it. I don't know, Bill. I don't know how to explain this to you, but it extends out. Anyways, we'll get past that. We'll talk about players talking to you, right? Players coaching other players as well as talking to you just while you're out there playing. So, Wendy Barger said that's an issue for her, right? It's not an issue for me, personally.
It's an issue for me, too.
Right.
It is. On Friday nights when we have something to drink, and I don't mind talking to people and this and that, right? It is for fun. At a major, talking to people or having people talk to me or even hearing your voice 15 feet behind me sometimes throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But is that a you problem or a me problem? It's a me problem. And I've always told everybody that this problem with me is a me problem. I bring it up to them. I'm like, dude, it really messed me up, but it really isn't your fault. Like, I can't say anything to you. It's just like I'm frustrated because I lost that game because I was up 19-5, and I still freaking lost as soon as I heard your voice. And maybe that's just me trying to blame it outside. I have no idea. Although I know at that point that I heard that, maybe I threw a bad round on coincidence. I also heard your voice or something like that, to where it's just like, man, was that it or was it not?
I don't know, because I'm able to. I could have a full conversation but not have a full conversation, like not while I'm throwing, right? Because there's two different pieces of me, right? There's a piece where, so after the bag leaves my hands and I step back, right? Now we've become a relaxed version of Dylan, right? And I'm able, if the other person's throwing and then I have a second, I can say what's up to somebody, I can wave, I can grab a beer, I can take a drink, whatever. And then I grab the next bag. Once I grab the next bag, I go into my motion, right? It's usually a flip. The first leg comes forward, it plants, I usually flip again. The weight comes back to my back leg. And all that stuff is in a focused manner where nothing else outside is affecting me. And if somebody's to step out and bump me, right, I'm going to reset, do it all over again. But somebody speaking in the background or, somebody walking behind the board on the other side, that stuff is not affecting me at that point. But as soon as I release the bag, I'm out of that sort of mental focus, and I can have a conversation if I have to, or somebody wants to, and I don't mind.
I'll tell you who is phenomenal on refocusing from a conversation. Gary Ferguson.
Oh, Fergie's crazy.
Fergie can be there and be the most joyous, talkative, and you know what you're going to get when you play Fergie. He is the most talkative person, which is cool because he makes you feel great. He makes you feel good. But I swear, there is a complete change within 0.5 of a second that he is like, okay, I'm done talking and I'm going to throw one bag, right? And then he'll talk, he'll bullshit, he'll do whatever. But for that 0.5 of a second, he knows exactly what he wants to do. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I pulled this up. 5'7" dress code, Matthew Davis. I see the comment there, dude. Appearing on live stream has to be at the discretion of a certified official and things like that. I just have to do the research myself also. I got to go look at that because I can't take like maybe the top paragraph above that or the one below it may have said something, but I have to look that up too before I make some sort of judgment.
There could be some bylaws and stuff like that, and if we can, we'll reach out and see if slides, because I mean, like I said, if I was a CO at this point, I'm seeing slides are being removed from center court, I'd like to let players know, hey, you're not going to be able to play with those when you go on center court, just so they're aware. Prior to a game. And I'm not telling them, hey, you can't play in these, but hey, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? I want you to be aware. I want you to be ready, and that's what that is. Cut off sleeves are no good.
No wonder Lavelle never makes it on the live stream. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Lavelle, shout out. Okay, so we're good with that. So secondly is the coaching of players, which we've went into this rule before, Bill. You probably remember it better than I do.
I want to tell Wendy one thing. I just want to tell Wendy one thing.
Okay.
Upgrade the freaking Spotify, Wendy. Who cares about the ads? Let's go. No, I'm just showing. I don't even have an upgraded Spotify, and I had those headphones in, man. And like, my song would change, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing ads for something crazy because I don't have that upgraded account. And I'm like, listening to these ads while I'm throwing. I'm like, when is this crap over? Yeah, so, man. Wendy, I saw your comment on that, and I think you and I both need to just upgrade Spotify. Maybe we could share an account.
But Bill, I wanted to Patrick won't like that. And I wanted you to talk about the players coaching other players on center court, because we know there's a rule about that.
There is a rule about it,
and it's actually allowed. I wanted you to dive into it. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some ice just real quick.
Okay, you want to grab me a little bit too? Or no,
I'm just gonna grab it in this big glass.
Okay, so players coaching other players is something that is in the rule, and I'm not even saying players coaching other players. I'm saying the fans or people sitting out there coaching people that are about to throw a shot. 100% legal. 100% legal. I don't know why that's still in there. Maybe it's an old rule. Maybe it's not. But this, I don't know if you sign up for a membership and you get that and you're signing on to that rule, because I hate it too, right? I don't like to sit there and have somebody from the crowd tell me what to do when I'm trying to think about a specific shot, especially when I have a timeout to go walk up there and look at, hey, what's the best shot that I want to take? Usually my partner would know on something like that, but if it is something where you're in singles and there could be a fan saying, oh, or maybe not a fan, maybe just somebody out in the crowd that's saying, oh, shoot it, that also leaves it open for people to tell you bad shots that you probably shouldn't hit. And that person that's shouting that out better know your game, in my opinion, like your specific game, right? Like me, you would almost never tell me to shoot an airmail. You would say roll bag, because it's a lot safer with me. I don't airmail as much as I roll bag, and I'm terrible.
You've been hitting some
at
airmails though.
I've been hitting them lately, but still, that's something that's. And so when you have somebody else that's out there coaching you,
something we want to say about this is, like, it's allowed. You're allowed to technically have a coach. You could hire somebody or have a friend. Let's say I started playing in majors again, and let's say we weren't broadcasting one. Bill decides he's not going to play. He would play, but let's say he doesn't, or he's out early, and I decide Bill's going to be my coach. This is something we haven't seen in cornhole, right? We have not seen a coach, right, happen ever, but technically it is allowed, and behind the board, a coach. You know what I mean? To call out. And so, Bill, if I was to play singles and you could give me signs, so we're talking baseball, we're talking, here, I mean,
it doesn't have to be secret.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be, but it could be.
It
right?
could
It could be. I'm just taking it to the extreme, like we like to do, like you like to do,
Okay.
And then you walk down to the other side after that round's done. I walk this way, you walk that way. It's a light fist bump. You know what I mean? And then every single round. How much would that get in somebody's head, Bill, if you had a coach giving you signs?
Right now, it's part of the game.
Right now, it's allowed, but not part of the game, because nobody's doing it.
Well, okay,
right?
Nobody's. When I say part of the game, I meant allowed.
Right.
So
the only people coaching people are usually their drunk friends behind the board, yelling. Yeah, yelling.
You know who I want to coach me when I'm throwing?
Who's that?
Amy. Airmail, Bill. Airmail. Dude, every
Amy,
shot.
a local player, folks.
Any tough shot, airmail.
It could be a level 3 blocker. You shoot the airmail.
I love it.
Level 3 blocker, not even your lane. You got a full lane airmail.
I love it. Yeah, Jack. I know you love roll bags, man. You need to learn how to roll bag. I'm gonna have a little master class on it. I'll teach you how to do it. Okay.
He's gonna need to front load. Actually, the way Jack throws, if he just backloaded a little bit, because it comes out kind of dead duckish. You know?
Yeah.
And so if he just backloaded it a little bit, he could actually probably get some action out of it. He's going to need a different feel in those bags.
He could always do the McKenna-Baloo.
A little less flop. He could do the McKenna-Baloo. Full knuckle bag.
Yeah.
Full knuckle bag. All right, folks. So the next thing we want to talk about, Matthew Davis's, a.k.a. Batman's, because he got the most likes.
We got to give the overall. Is it okay or not okay for a crowd to... Because if they can coach you, they can also heckle you. Right? Is it okay for a crowd to shout out while you're playing, or should it be like golf?
Morally, ethically, no. In the rules, yes.
Okay.
And I do think this sport possibly evolves into one or the other, one extreme or the other, right?
Okay.
Where we see something like the movie of Basketball, where you have psych outs, right? Where you remember, you've seen that movie, Bill? Basketball?
No, I haven't seen that one. Maybe
really
I did,
haven't?
but I was a
So
kid.
they play.
I'm surprised you know a movie that came out in the 90s.
I do, yeah. Basketball's you guys will know. But basketball, baseball, so like you hit a single, triple, whatever, but your opponent can come up in your face and make a your mom joke or something, and then you're like, yeah, and you throw it off to the left because they got you, and it's like a psych out or something like that, and the fans are all into it, and the benches
either one
and
extreme
everything.
Where everybody can shout and do those things, or the other extreme where it's like golf.
I think that's where it evolves to at some point.
Vote for that. What do you guys think it should evolve into? Crazy like that, or as prestigious and as quiet as golf? I kind of like the crazy.
Well, no, but I like golf because there's craziness in between the shots, right? And that's what golf is different in the way of when somebody's swinging, they go into their swinging motion, they're quiet, right? But as soon as the ball's hit,
you gotta listen to this.
As soon as the
get in the hole,
right.
After
But as soon as the ball's hit,
it could be the same
and
thing.
and in golf, it's as soon as the ball's hit, it's ba ba booyah, get in the hole. It's I mean it's all sorts of things, you know. But while that's happening, while the the swing
even
is
walking
happening,
up to the ball, even doing anything, I mean, there's crowds talking,
crazy.
they're getting freaking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Until you take that second where it's like, I'm gonna throw back or I'm gonna swing the freaking club, right? Everybody's dead freaking silent.
I like that.
Dead silent.
That's what I would like to see.
That would screw with me so bad if that's how it was anyway.
Oh, all year down.
If everybody's all crazy and then
crazy.
I'm like this and all of a sudden, I mean, you could hear a freaking pin drop, I'd go nuts. I'd have to have headphones, earphones, something. I could not know about that.
No headphones in golf.
Peoria is
It's a
sold out,
sport.
Heather.
Peoria's been sold out, which I found out today. So, I mean, to be honest, Sebastian's like, oh, I want to go to Peoria. And I'm like, let me check it out. And sold out. And I text April. I go, April, give me a freaking free ticket. No, that's not what I said. And I text April Crimmins. She's like, yeah, it's been sold out for a week and a half. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. So no uproar over this. Clarksville sold out, and Facebook about broke down like it did the other day. I mean, the cornhole world was crazy. Peoria's been sold out a week and a half, and you know nobody's really said anything about it. Which I don't know what the venue size is. If I was to take a guess, like I'll know once the roll call comes out. We'll know.
We'll know.
But
next
I would
week,
say something around 128
or the week after,
128 or so.
Yeah.
Just based on how fast it went, because it was a late added major.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess there's probably 128 folks going to that major.
Wendy, I just thought of the absolute best fix for you, and I'm gonna do it too. We gotta find a DJ that can mix for like 2 hours.
No. You just need noise canceling headphones where it's nothing.
No, you have noise canceling, but when one song ends
No
new one,
songs.
Oh, that's dead silent. No, you can't have dead silence. No. We have to find a DJ that can mix for 2 hours straight or something. So there's no end of songs, no beginning of songs, nothing like that. And it's all got to be your jam out. You know what I mean? And then you're good to go. No commercials. The music never stops.
You guys got to stop being cheap,
builds.
dude.
I'm about to hire a DJ to make Wendy and I a mix.
Spotify Premium, $10 a month, no ads.
No, but we're gonna make a mix, and then everybody's gonna want to buy it from us.
Okay.
And we're gonna make $1 million. All right,
Okay.
next.
All right, next. Matthew Davis, Batman, brought this up. It has 17 likes / loves.
Oh no.
I believe a great topic would be finding a way for every major and every game on at least center court should be broadcasted / live streamed. The ACO or its partners should be able to fund / coordinate this simple task, he meant to say said tasks, with the funds generated from every major if we truly expect to grow the ACO brand across the nation, increases awareness, sponsorship opportunities, player visibility, and encourages every division to enjoy the spotlight for those games. I believe it's a huge missed opportunity, and players / fans alike want it ASAP. And then he lists all of the divisions, said last 3 games of every bracket should be a must. Hashtag facts. Okay, so what I like about this a lot from Matt Davis is he took time into putting this together. It's well-structured comment. Yeah, it really is. I mean, what he's saying, he makes great arguments. He makes a great point here.
It has punctuation, too.
Yeah, it has great punctuation. I mean, he did a great job here. It even has a hashtag. You know, I mean, this thing, I mean, it's a put together comment, one letter off, but that's fine. And CBC commented back on this and said, we pray for this. You know what I mean? If we can make it to every major, folks, paid for and even sponsored, you know what I mean? And not lose a dollar, we would do it. We would do it. That's the problem. That's the problem is doing it without losing money.
So
right?
We'll give you a little
insight,
spyglass or insight into what we do when we go stream these majors. So we look at a map at the beginning of the year. We look at all the majors at the beginning of the year, And this is really our first full year doing it. I mean, we did
Right.
about half of last year, right? And this is our first full year doing it. And, we saw the schedule, and we sat there and like, okay, what makes sense for us to be able to go to? And if it was over we're doing one major that's over 5 hours away. It's actually over 6 hours away, I believe, right around 6.
Yeah, 5.5 to 6. Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
And there's no benefit for us to go out there and do that other than to say, hey, we streamed these matches, which, let's be honest, if it was all free and we could go, we'd probably stream literally everything we can. I mean, we work when we get to a place, and I know people see us out there at these places to where it's like in the morning, if we're setting up or we're getting things ready, we're serious.
Very.
We sit there, and if I don't say hi to you or something, it's because I am trying to get the stream ready, because I want to make sure that it is as good as possible for everybody that's sitting out there watching it. Like,
Right.
we take it super serious. Although if I have to come out of pocket, a ridiculous amount of money to hop on a flight and then bring equipment and do things like that, that's the biggest reason we don't go farther than this region that we're at. Luckily,
Right.
we're centrally located between a ton of majors, and we go to, I swear to you, every one that is 4 hours or less away, we go to.
We went to
There's-
every single
yeah.
one. Yeah, I mean, besides Dalton, which, I mean, once I got down to Dalton, I understood that, like, the space was limited for the first year ever there. I talked to Frank. It sounds like probably going to expand the space because that is possible there. If that happens, folks, I would almost guarantee that CBC broadcast will be there next year, and it'll be a double broadcast if it's a Pro Series event again. But
We would go to
Yeah,
every
it's just-
major
we
if
would,
it made
we
sense.
would.
If it made sense.
if what we could do is, and I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot here at all, but if like receipts were turned in afterwards and all that was paid for was, our travel costs and food, and that would be pretty good for us. That doesn't even include the hours that we're putting in working, right? And I know that, folks, the stream is a great time for us. It is freaking fantastic. We
Yeah, it
absolutely love doing it, but it is
You should
not.
see us on Sunday, though. You
bro.
should see us on. I mean, it's, dude, voices. And I promise you, Finn and Phil, they can both tell you the same
Yeah.
dang thing, man. On that Sunday when it's time to go home and their voices heard, I remember the first major that we streamed, we saw Finn after it, and he brought us up a little a honey tea packet, right? And he's
yeah.
like, hey, man, this is going to save you tomorrow. Drink this tonight or tomorrow whenever you need it.
Well, that
And
was Worlds, right?
That might have been. No, I think it was prior to
it
Worlds.
might
I
have
think it
been.
was Owensboro.
We
in
needed those
January.
for Worlds, folks, because and Worlds this year we'll need them again. But we struggled. We went through Worlds hard, folks, and you guys know how we are. As soon as the matches start at freaking 9 a.m., especially day
Yeah.
one is
It's all
9
about
a.m.
business.
Start
We're all
and
there.
get
Yeah.
after it. Saturday we let the players get through the pool play. And a lot of that with me and people are like, oh, why don't you stream pool play? It's like, I don't want to add extra nerves to people that already have the most nervous.
Right.
Pool play singles pool play is the most nerve-wracking event at every single major. I don't
It
care
is.
who you are. I don't care how good you are. And any pro will tell you this. Before pros were just advanced automatically to the main bracket, the pool play was the most nerve-wracking thing to get through.
It is.
Just a couple of wins. And it's like, oh, bro. And it didn't matter who you were, And so I like to let those people kind of do their thing on center court or not. Let's not add anything extra to the pool play, and we'll come in there and get it done as soon as main bracket gets started. It's time. It's the big dogs are here, ready to
I
roll.
just want to say hi to Davy Jones, man.
Dude,
It's
Davy
good to
Jones
see you in
is the
chat.
man.
Davy Jones, we got to meet up one of these days, man. We got to play a tournament together, brother.
Rudy Fernandez in the chat too. Yeah, they're having regionals up at Maple and Pine now in Glasgow. So that
Alan
might be-
Ballard in here too.
Alan
man.
Ballard. No, we're not coming to Toledo, Alan.
No, that is one of those that's a
That's
little
like
bit too far
7,
away.
dude. It's like 7 hours. We just, like I said, it just doesn't, the bang for the buck.
I can't. So
Jack Harcrow would never approve it.
Number one, we get there on a Thursday, right? We get there on Thursday to try to set up. Most of the time, we get there on Thursday. We could get there on Friday and
But you
set
gotta
up
think,
early Friday
when we
if
get
can
there
get
on
into the
Thursdays,
building
Bill,
early.
we work
Yeah.
on Thursday, that means. And Bill and I both work till around roughly 3 to 3:30 p.m. on a regular week, right? So that means now, if we're going to Toledo, we're lucky to start driving by
Right.
4 to 4:30. And then you're talking 7-hour movement.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then we got to set up the next day on Friday when tournaments are already going
Right,
on, because
7
that's when the
a.m.,
building is.
yeah.
So it is. I mean, it's a logistical nightmare for us that have day jobs and things like that to be able to go to all these. Would we like to go to all of them? 100%.
100%.
I mean, I think I've used. 90% of my vacation, I know you have too.
I save mine
On
all the
Cornhole just to
time.
be able
Yeah.
to stream these specific events. Just to be able to stream them. We
Yeah.
take vacation at our day jobs to be able to do this.
We have to. I mean, there's no
And
option
so-
for us right now.
And to figure something like that in with driving over 4 to 5 hours, right? So if I get off at that 3:30 and I'm willing to drive that 4 hours and get to a location, I mean, by 7 p.m., if the place isn't open and I can't set up in there, then I have to wake up early and set up the next. It's rough.
Let me cut you off
Really
though,
is.
Bill, because I want to get to I think what is the real root of Matt Davis's comment here is it's not us, right?
Should
we
there be
understand,
streams at every
right?
place?
And what does it do for the sport? What is?
Right.
I think his big thing is this last sentence. I believe it's a huge missed opportunity, and players/fans alike
We do
want it
too.
ASAP. I think that is the root of this comment, right? It's not us, right? I think most people understand that we would do anything for the sport to grow it, as long as we don't lose money doing it, right? This is a business at the
Right,
beginning of the day, and everybody understands that. But why is it a missed opportunity, and how can it be fixed is the question, right? That's an ice cube. Drop it in there. There you go.
Keep going.
And we agree that it is a huge missed opportunity. And then if you want to grow the ACO as an organization, just like me and Bill do right here, just like CBC does, and I say me, Bill, and Derek, that is CBC, we agree that the more live streams you possibly can have, the more viewership that gets out there, the more people that can watch. The amount of people that have bought bags from us, folks, it's not a ton, but people are buying bags just because we had a live stream up. You know what I mean? What does that mean? That means those people had never watched Cornhole before. The guy Bill met at a gas station that watched our stream all freaking day long for 2 days straight
Yeah,
because
it's
Bill
funny.
told him we were streaming a freaking Cornhole tournament.
I wore the broadcast jersey into a gas station. This guy's like, "Oh, are you a Cornhole pro?" I'm like, "No, I'm just a commentator, dude, not a pro at all." He's like, "Oh, where can I watch?" And I told him he was in the stream. He's like, "Who did I see at that gas station earlier?" I saw that comment by happenstance, pretty much. And we talked to him. He was there all freaking day watching it.
Yeah.
It's very cool. That is how you grow the sport. Batman, I agree with your comment. I think everybody agrees with your comment that it is a huge opportunity right now. And this is really the first year that most of these majors have been streamed, right? Usually only Pro Series.
It's
and
more
stuff.
been every year.
So
More
it
every
is
year,
growing.
yes.
I don't want to say that, to be able to grow and to do that stuff, first we have to identify a specific problem. That is a problem. I think we can all agree that that's a problem. If it hadn't been done in the past, how do we fix it? Does it happen overnight? Absolutely not. But it's something that we can grow to, and I think the ACO is on the right direction right now. At the beginning of the year, they put it out. Hey, who can stream these locations? We sign up for the locations that we think we can do. There are other locations also. Like, this is still open. We luckily have done a crazy amount of research into the equipment that's needed, and we tried to go for the best bang for the buck for what we can do on the stream. Our stream isn't perfect.
If you guys see our
it's not the
stuff.
best looking whatsoever.
Yeah.
Ours is cheaper compared to a super professional setup. But that option is available to people that want to be able to do it. But the stream also needs to look good. It cannot be sitting out there. This is my opinion, where I kind of go off of a little bit, to where, sure, it'd be great to have streams at every event possible. But I also think the commentary is so important. I have seen streams out there where there is no commentary, where nobody freaking watches this stuff, and it is not consistent whatsoever. So I honestly think there has to be commentary to something on there. Has to be somebody switching scenes, making sure you have the best shots possible, can see these things, or else it's just kind of worthless trash that's into the ether,
Right.
in my opinion.
And none of this ever is us pitting ourselves against anybody else. And I want to tell you right now, and if anybody has any sort of technological experience in computers or streaming or anything like that, or commentating and broadcasting, you have a one leg up on anything that we do, folks, because we none of us knew how to do any of that
Right.
stuff
I've
before
never
we started
streamed.
this business. We're talking about 16 months ago, okay? Roughly 16 months ago, we had no idea how to do anything that we're doing right now,
Right.
okay? And so Bill is good on a computer. He can do some gaming stuff, but never a stream guy. You know what I mean? Never a live broadcast.
Prior to streaming, I have built computers before.
Right,
Derek
right.
has built computers
Right.
before. We're both, I'm not going to say technologically gifted, but we knew about technology prior to
yes.
the
yeah.
experience. I mean, I did a college course, and I thought it was an absolute joke in a technology where people were actually failing this stuff, and I'm sitting
Right.
here like, I know, like it was like name parts of a computer and crap, like, and it was
Oh,
so
I would
easy.
fail.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I didn't understand that these newer generations, like, if it can't be done on a phone, it doesn't matter.
But where's 90% of our knowledge came from, Bill? And you can speak to this in general. 90% of our knowledge has come from
Research.
Research and
100%.
YouTube, folks. For the like YouTube,
Oh, yeah, YouTube,
Google,
research, stuff like
right?
that,
I mean,
yeah.
this is putting in the freaking time, folks. So everybody that comes up to us, they go, "What camera you running here?" What you could learn all the cameras. You could find
You buy
exactly
better
what we
cameras
bought.
than we got.
You could spend 3 times more than we spend, 5 times more than we did, which plenty of people have. They have. But what it is a love for the freaking sport, right? And then putting in the time, folks. Putting in the freaking time. We make bags, and we do this, and we do the podcast, and we do the broadcast because we love the sport. We have to have people in this thing that are broadcasting, that are streaming these events, that you can tell when they talk about the sport that they care about it, that they know so many players that it's almost rare for a random player to be coming up, you know, in the words of the broadcast. So, yeah, I don't know much about this guy.
There's just 2 things I want to close this one with the streaming. 2 things about it. Number one, if I ever fall out of this, like, I can't see myself being a bag maker or a commentator or anything like that with this company if I fall out of the sport and I just show up and I don't know anybody who's playing. I don't know it. Like, I just don't know much about it, right? Because
we knew, and what's funny about this, folks, is what Bill's trying to say is we knew how much we know more now, but we were having conversations like this on drives to regionals when we had no bag company.
That was
when
my
we were
second
throwing
point.
I'm sorry.
No, my second point is, you know, to kind of complement that one, my second point is that if we weren't talking about this on a stream or we weren't live commentating games and stuff like that, Dylan and I would be driving to a tournament talking about this exact thing. We would be doing the exact same thing here. So when he says it's a love for the sport, I mean, those 2 things, right? And I promise you, I will not make bags anymore. I will not be a part of Cornhole if I get to a point someday to where I don't know anybody and I don't know what I'm talking, which I don't think will ever happen. But that's how much we love this sport,
right?
That's why we do this.
And that's why, you know, folks, that we don't stray away from talking about something like ACL matches, because I'm telling you right now, if there's no major going on that's live streamed, Bill and I are watching the ACL live stream at our separate houses, or at the same house if we're making bags, or we're on Scoreholio watching the major.
Yeah.
But we are studying cornhole constantly, and not because like we have to because it's our job. It's because we freaking love it, dude. We love it. It's because when somebody comes up, they go, "Did you see that shot by Tony Smith to save the game the other day?" It's like, yeah,
I saw 15 times, dude.
You know,
what do you want?
You know, but we aren't clueless when somebody comes to us with, "Hey, did you see this?" or "Is this allowed?" or "Is..." We do our best to gain as much knowledge possible so that when we speak on the broadcast, when we speak on the broadcast, we're accurate. And that's what we're saying. And when Batman asks, like, "Hey, we want every single event broadcasted and streamed," I agree to an extent. I think you need somebody educated on there that cares about the sport, you know? And this started with us from behind a phone at the local place, you know, just having a little bit, having a couple drinks, having a little fun.
I think all those videos are deleted, but if you go back to when we started, we started streaming at the Axe.
Yeah.
And we contacted the ACO. We're like, "Hey, we'd like to stream events." And they wanted to watch our content prior to doing that, which I think is fully within their right to do something like that, right? I wouldn't want to, you know, allow Mike Lavelle and Sean O'Brien, they get up on a mic without ever being vetted before, right?
Right.
Because, who knows?
And
I'm just joking, Mike, and I'm just joking, Sean. If you guys watch, I'm just messing with you guys. But you know what? I mean, there are people out there that would not make it look good, that may not know a lot of the players, that may not know.
And to give credit to where credit's due, and something new we tried this weekend, folks, is we were at a regional and then Bill and I decided to play singles last minute. Some people popped on our headsets, and if they sounded terrible, we didn't hear any about that. Which I felt like somebody would have probably personally messaged one of us if they did. I know I commentated with Ricky. He did great. I listened to Kayla on there. I listened to Hoppy on there. I listened to Erica Glass on there. So we tried something different because, like what you're saying, Batman, is people also need to learn how to do this.
Right.
And not just for us to take a break, which is one thing that we'd like to do in the future, is be able to not play, but be able to actually sit down and eat for an hour, maybe sell some of our bags,
not
maybe
play, but if I could walk away for 20 minutes every 3 hours, right? 20 minutes every 3 hours, and I could feel 100% confident that this person could call a game, that this person would do a stand-up job, I would do it. Tomorrow, I would do it. So if somebody is out there looking to do something like this and commentate on it, and look, I don't want to say wants a tryout or anything like, I don't know how to structure that properly, and it may be a no by the end of it. I have no idea, because there's something that I don't know. I don't even know how to really put it into words, but there's something that you need to be able to sit there and talk about the game and have fun while you're doing it. It can't be 100% serious.
How we know that this is possible, and how we know that there's more people that can do it probably better than we can, folks, is that we have no education in doing this.
No.
And we do it. You know what I mean? We never done this in our lives. We had garage conversations and talked about shots on little videos that we saw together.
Not everybody has that buddy for that garage conversation, and that's probably
if you don't, maybe you should. Talk to your dog. Talk to your cat.
Talk to your goldfish, man.
Talk to your goldfish, man.
Riley Brewster says, Dylan with the outdated purple jersey. Riley,
you want some of this?
you were 7 years old when this jersey came. You were 7. He's
Maybe
calling
less.
yours.
No, maybe less.
He's calling yours outdated. What? Are you freaking kidding me?
He doesn't even know
Riley?
it's a pro jersey.
Yeah,
Look
exactly.
at this ACO Pro Russell Tabers, dude. This thing has buttons.
Riley, what?
Buttons, son.
You're gonna call his jersey out when life's a pitch, man.
But no, we want more stream teams. We really do. Yeah, I mean, we agree. Wally, I talked to Wally when we first got into this, and I had a long conversation with Wally, and we've had another conversation with Wally since then. Wally told us it'd be a disservice for him to bring us under his K9. He's like, you guys got a good thing going.
Yeah.
You should keep your course and just keep trucking, because what you guys are doing it how I started.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, Wally, we freaking appreciate that.
And we're excited because we're doing it with the ACO. Nobody else is doing it with the ACO. We're very excited because we are doing it with them. We want to make sure that the ACO has a phenomenal spot here to be able to freaking just tear it up with cornhole. And that's why, 100%. We're ACO. We're sticking with the ACO. We're not leaving.
And I like that idea a lot, Nate,
exciting.
is having multiple CBC stream teams. And
that would be cool.
That would, cost us some money in equipment. But if we can get there someday to where that makes sense to us and we have trusted people and the funds are allocated, and, it's not impossible.
Not impossible. But it always comes
it's
back
not coming
to
tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll leave this comment with one more thing. I talked to Andy from B3 the other day. We had a 45-minute conversation, B3 Cornhole. And Andy, stand-up guy. Absolutely awesome freaking person. Does a lot of streams for the TCL. He runs 3 streaming courts at the same time for the TCL.
Yeah.
So he showed me a streaming kit that he's coming up with, and we wouldn't have to be there to be able to commentate. Although the only issue that I have with it is that it's only 2 cameras. So it's not over the board. It's one like cell phone type of camera on one side, one cell phone type on the other side. But we could be here all day talking about what we just talk about, and that commentary would be live. It's not the perfect situation.
Would we have a court and you're hearing that court commentary on another one?
No, we would have that whatever court. Somebody would
Okay,
be at
okay, I
that
see.
tournament and set these things up.
Because
and
what
you
I
and I
like-
could be sitting here right now,
Yeah.
and we could just commentate that tournament.
I mean, perfect world is having cameras on multiple sets
right,
of boards,
right.
right? And we have the
Over-
main court, and then
but-
let's say the main court goes blank,
Yeah.
and we can move to another court.
Right.
Like there's a toggle switch to court 2, right? And that has like the phone set up or the 2 cameras set up, and that fills
probably
our
possible.
space.
Although he does have a kit right now that he can send out to people, and they can utilize these 2 phones. Has instructions on how to set them up, this and that, and we never have to leave home.
No, Andy B3, man, he's doing good
So
things, man.
I
And
just-
Andy, folks, if you guys don't know Andy, he's done good things for CBC since our very beginning, man. And we can't say enough good things about Andy from B3.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much where I'll leave that. I mean, guy makes good bags. Guy has a good stream when he's up and running. You know what I mean? He works his freaking butt off, and he gives us information when we ask for information, and we give him stuff or information that he needs if he asks for, which is just now happening for kind of the first time. You know, that Andy came with us. He goes, hey, can you help me out with this? And we're like, hey, yeah, we actually can, Andy.
Andy's a
and
good
we'd
guy.
like to. And we'd like to, you know, with Andy. He's done great things
We
for
love
us.
Andy. Yeah, he's a very
Yeah.
good guy.
What
if
up,
you,
Philip?
If you guys haven't checked out B3, make sure you check out B3.
What up, Cliff?
He's a phenomenal guy.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
hey,
Philip-
I mean, I don't know if you want to cover something else. Probably not, Bill.
No, I think
We're at an hour and a
we're-
half.
Yeah.
We've covered most of the things that are pretty substantial here in the comments. The 8 international players. I kind of want to wait and see what comes of that. I think the ACO may make a post about the international players becoming pros and stuff like that. If they don't, we'll talk about it next week. No big deal.
Hey, Keg's in here too, man.
What up, Keg? Hey,
Keg.
Keg, thank you for always helping on the
Yeah,
broadcast, bro.
We appreciate it, man. Quick shout
Yeah.
out to Keg, man.
Yeah, Keg.
Kicking it with Keg, man.
Keg,
Yeah.
Isaac Mazanka, Maz. I mean, he's done a great job. And everybody at 270 last weekend, man. And just a big shout out to 270 Cornhole. We had people in there. As soon as we got there, they helped us set up. I mean, they stayed until we broke down. They helped us with stuff in between. We're talking about people were commentating. People were pressing buttons. Bill was teaching lessons, man. I mean, people were bringing beers. I mean, it was 270.
It was fun.
If you guys are up in that area, Chucky Hagan, Michael Shane Gobin, Eric Hoppenjans, who else was there to help us out? Bill, Erica Glass,
Erica
Kayla,
Glass,
Hoppy,
Chris Norris. There was
Chris
a lot
Norris.
of
Yeah, Chris Norris and them came down only because we were streaming, and we just can't give enough thanks to people like that, man. That they
100%.
woke up, saw the live stream, and go, hey, maybe you want to freaking go down here and play cornhole? CBC's there, and they're like, yeah, we're
Look,
freaking going.
I know that they are addicted to cornhole.
They are,
Those
they
guys-
are,
Although things like that, where people say, "Hey, I only came down because you were there," it gives us some sort of analytics that we can say, "Hey,
Yeah.
if we broadcast your event, this is what we have seen in the past anyway," which is very cool.
And
So,
last thing I'll say
shout out
for
to
the
you
last
guys.
topic, Bill, because it's a quick one, but the 21 plus venues running ACO regionals. I mean, we had the CO, I guess, operations manager come into our chat. You know, she must have been Facebook creeping and checked it out and saw it, which grateful for that, Whitney Garner. And she said, hey, if that's happening, shoot me an email. We'll shut it down. That's not allowed. And I like that. That we don't even have to discuss it. We don't have to discuss that. It goes, hey, if you're doing that, somebody asked the question, they said, that's not allowed. If they are, email me. So if you have a problem with that going on in your area with 21 plus places holding regionals, it's not allowed. That's the rule. Whitney said send her a message with the place. That's it. Done freaking deal. I like that. That's easy business for me and Bill. We ain't got to speculate. We ain't got to ask questions. We ain't got to look at no rules. It's like, this is against the rules. That's what's going down.
Yeah, we're gonna look at stuff anyway. But
we do look
okay.
at stuff anyways.
Let's get at it. Nate Allen says, hit me up if y'all come to New Johnsonville tomorrow. I will have a bucket of beers ready. Let's go. Who's driving?
We're trying. I'll drive, Bill.
Really?
Yeah, I got you.
Dylan's never driven before.
That's not true.
I can't freaking wait. Folks.
Hey, this is CBC, folks, man. This is the CBC Down and Back podcast. We're going to have a graphic someday.
Someday. March 6th, 2024, in the books.
Faith, family, 4 baggers.
CBC
Out.